Hey Realtors, welcome to the Wincember webinar. If you are a real estate agent who wants to win December, and when you win December, you win January. When you lose December, you lose January. If you lose January, honestly, the whole year can get away from you. But if you want to do that, you're trying to build a predictable, profitable real estate business, you're in the right place. Now, in just a moment, you're going to see my outfit and change. No, I'm not Clark Kent, Superman. What's happened is the file of our webinar recording was something happened and we lost the first few minutes. So when I wrap this up, we're going to launch right into the 6 Ds of December and the meat of the webinar. So you probably just saved 10 minutes of your life. We're going to talk about the 6 Ds of December. I've talked about 5 in some of the advertising. You're going to love the last one especially. It's going to help you do the preparation in December so you have a winning January. You can always, of course, reach me right here or over on Instagram. If you have questions you want to visit, shoot me a message. Bye-bye. Messing around. There you go. All right, good. We didn't get too far. 6 Ds of December. Number 1 is document. Number 2 is declutter. I'm going to walk you through this. Guys, I'm not going to turn the webinar off and go, well, there's your list. Document, declutter, dig, dial, deliver. And number 6 is your bonus. And no, it's not a sales pitch. And it's probably the most important move in this entire group. Stay tuned. This is like the nightly news, you know, when they tell you about the great story, but you have to wait until 10:29 to watch it. I know, those jerks. Guys, these are the moves that are going to set up your entire 2026. So let's talk about it. Let's get right down to it. Number 1 is document, D1 of 6 Ds. So what I would like to see you do in your world is I would like you to document. I'm going to pull this up in another window so I can share with you. I want you to document every single thing that happened in your business in 2025. Okay. Now, let me just for fun, okay, we're going to talk about this. Where your deals came from. Who referred you? Average sales price. Average commission. Number of contacts, appointments set, met, signed. Where did the money leak? Maybe it was last Friday because there were some sales. Missed opportunities. Okay. There's a quote. It's not even really a quote. It's a statement. Winners measure, most agents guess. Let me show you what it would look like. Okay. So, guys, tell me, can you see the spreadsheet I threw up on the screen? Like, somebody just say yes. Debbie Gottwald says, I track the spreadsheet all year long. Yes, you do. Can you guys see the spreadsheet on the screen? Give me like a yeah, thumbs up. Okay. So this is a document. We're actually going through this in the Finish Strong program. So I'll show you how this works. Somebody asked me last week on Instagram, will you share this with me? I said, no. I was really honest. And I said, no, because I sell this, but I don't really sell it. It's the first 5 weeks we're going to go through this thing. But you can build something like this, okay? So here's what it has. I come in here and it has, I go through my entire year and I say, well, where did all my business come from? And then I plug it into this spreadsheet. And in this spreadsheet, I can do this. I can say, well, what's my closing income? Let's say somebody wants to make $100,000. It's the number one number that agents love to say, $100,000. Okay. So if your average sales price was $500,000, like it is in my market, at an average commission of 2.5%, that's pretty average. Now, I run a team. So people on my team get all these benefits, right? They have a transaction coordinator and a listing coordinator, and we pay for their signs and the lock boxes and their stuff. So our spreadsheet actually has a team split in it, but I could put 0. If you're a solo agent in North America right now selling a $500,000 home at an average commission of 2.5%, and you have to pay for all your own expenses. And let's say that your brokerage takes $18,000 a year. I don't know what your brokerage takes. You would need to sell 10 closed units. You need to close 10 units, $4.7 million in volume. Okay. And then you'd come down here, and I'm not going to get into the weeds on this. This is going to be tomorrow in our Finish Strong. But if you do, hang on, guys, at the end, I'm going to give you a link if you want to register. Um, it's cheap. So what I do is it tells me that I would need uh, where I'd need to get my business from. So for instance, uh, I was able to say in another one of my spreadsheets what percentage of my business I thought would come from sellers versus I thought would come from buyers. And then here's what's so cool. It told me that if I was basically 95% listing heavy, because that's what I am. So watch this. If you said you're 50% listings and you're 50% buyers, I need to put 12 units under contract. I need to put six buyers and six listings. I need to close, right? I'm going to close six buyers. I'm going to close six sales, six listings. And then down here, what I can find out, because we'll assume I already have pendings, right? And then at the bottom, what I'm able to do, and I'm going to pull you guys out of the weeds because you're going to go cross-eyed. There's a point. There's a point. If you're going, I'm confused, there's a point. This is confusing when you don't track it. So I could literally go into the spreadsheet I have and find out how many calls I need to make monthly to reach my goal. 212. Well, that's about 50 a week. Okay. So 212. Well, that's cool. Could you have 200 conversation, 200, 212 dials? Sure. Could I have 42 conversations? Sure. Right. Now, let's say you ratcheted that thing up and you're like, I want to make $300,000. Well, guys, it's a whole different conversation. You're going to need to have 521 calls a month, 104 conversations. So some of what we do in our team is we literally, I don't have this even filled in. This is just a sample worksheet that I give to people. We can come in and we'll say, what's your number one relationship goal for the year? What's your number one health goal? And we go into the weeds, right? Let me tell you why I'm sharing this with you. If you don't know where your deals, so if you're like, man, that seems really complicated, it is. Okay, I'm with a company called Place. It's not a brokerage, it's a platform. Place produces this for me on November 7th. My entire team went through this process. You could at least say, I closed 10 transactions. They averaged $500,000. I could trace that four of them came from my sphere of influence. Three of them came from calling expired listings. One came from my beauty salon. Isn't that such an old guy term, beauty salon? I love that term. I feel like I'm 100. One came from my salon, two came from knocking doors, and I don't know, partridge in a pear tree. Okay. You could have that in a simple spreadsheet. It'd be so easy. Okay. Who referred you? Well, Ted, Stacy, and Jimmy referred me. My average sales price was 500. My average commission was $11,234. Jeremy, what if I don't have my contacts and appointments set, met, and signed? If you didn't track your contacts, you won't have them. But you could really retrace your steps and find out how many appointments you went on. So you might find out, hey, I went on 25 appointments. And of my 25 appointments, I um, signed 18 of them. So you say 18 divided by 25. I had a 72% conversion rate. And then where money leaked to missed opportunities. This is step one document. Okay. Everybody cool? Oops. Just keep it simple today. This is your first step in December. Because look, are you in business or are you just a realtor? And if it's really bad, you're a realtor. And nobody wants to be a realtor. You want to be at least be a realtor. We caught that. Step two. Okay. Declutter. Okay. I want you to be honest, and this is going to be like an intervention for you. I want you to just top in the chat and say me if you have a whole big pile of crap somewhere like right here next to my desk. Just say me. Just put me. Just put me. Just say me. If you got a pile of crap, all right. You know you do. You know you. Barbara says more than one. Brian Clark is on my team. Jesse's on my team. Damn it, I thought nobody on my team had piles. These guys are good producers too. Okay. Here's what you're going to declutter. Okay. Your desk, your inbox. Guys, my inbox has like NASA's emails in them. There's that many emails in my inbox. It's absurd. How I got here, I don't know. Your desk, your inbox, your files, your apps. Take your phone. I didn't even know where my phone was. I was so focused. When was the last time you didn't know where your phone was? Open up your flipping phone Hey, there you go. Look, that's a really boring home screen, isn't it, guys? So open up your phone and just get rid of all the apps. How many times have you said, I can't have that app anymore? It's just like it's in the way. Why didn't I just delete it? It was the one thing, the travel thing that I never used. I told the story on the Instagram channel. Some of you, I hope most of you got there from High Impact Realtor. Um, there's a video that's probably 2 weeks ago where I went and bought an $18 phone case, the case that's on his phone. And in the email or in video, I said, guys, this $18 phone case is going to make me a lot of money. It's going to save me a lot of time. And what happened was every single time I got in the car, I thought about how my crappy case wasn't holding my phone on my mount. And it would fall down and I'd nearly wreck my car and it would aggravate me. Every single time you have a pile in your car, on your desk, in your inbox, your apps on your phone, what about all your returns you need to make? I'm not even talking about the December 26th returns. I'm talking about the thing you bought at Home Depot that you're not going to do because you suck at fixing things. Not all of you do, I do. So when you go and clear that, clutter, because see, guys, you see what's on the bottom of the screen? Clutter kills capacity. Clutter kills capacity. So marketing attempts. And the last one is CRM. Okay. So if you don't have a CRM, one of the things that we will like, let's see here, let's go to brevity. So one of the things we'll go through in our Finish Strong class, this is our CRM. So if I come into my CRM, hey, we're having Brendan Bouchard on a call on Wednesday for our team. If I come in here and I say, well, let's come to all of my people, maybe I want to come to all of my leads. Now we have a lot of leads in here, and leads is a loose term, guys, because this is like every person that's ever come in our world. And I run a filter, and whatever this filter is, I might want to go through and figure out why the heck I don't have an address for Kathy, right? This would be cleanup. See, because in a perfect world, I would want a name, email address, phone number, and a working home address for every single person in my database. So this is one of the things that you're going to clean up. And I might come in here and say, well, what else is going on with Kathy? I talked to her a while ago. Well, look, Melissa's called her and she had a 1 minute and 9 second conversation. It looks like it's Melissa's client. Melissa's one of my agents on my team. So this is what cleaning up a database looks like. You might come in and find out that Kathy and her husband aren't linked. Maybe you're saying, Jeremy, I don't have a CRM. I don't have a database. That's okay. You have a phone. You can use a spreadsheet, but I'm going to tell you right now that you better go get yourself a CRM and a database that you can run a business with. Okay? Because it's going to work better if you're going to be in business. Guys, did you know that realtors have an allergy to spending money? I don't know what it is. We will spend money on the wrong things, but not on the right things. You should have a CRM. You're like, are you in business? Do you know what it costs to run your Jimmy John's, guys? Like, whichever one you go to. We should have you share your favorite Jimmy John's sub in the chat too, but we won't go there. Guys, it's hundreds of thousands of dollars per month to run that store. And I have realtors who don't want to spend $99 a month on a CRM. That's maddening to me. So step two is you're going to clean up. Can everybody clean up? Can we clean up our life? Okay. Number three is dig. Guys, your January closings are often buried on a sticky note. This is not a prop. These were actually here. They're buried on a sticky note from 7 months ago. You know what I'm talking about. You're driving down the car, driving down the street, your 4-year-old screaming in the back. Somebody texts you, calls you. You're like, trying to write a note. Oh, hey, Steve. Yeah. Oh, you want to sell your home? Yeah, I've got my kid screaming in the back. And you wrote it on a sticky note. You wrote it in your planner. You didn't put it anywhere. So this is what it looks like. You're going to dig through your database and revive hidden opportunities. My friend Dan Rawls teaches this. The first place he teaches people to go is, he says, go back a year and find every single person that just went dead. Not you talked to them and they bought or sold with someone else. Like I'm talking to Lynn or I'm talking to Jason, or I was talking to Jackie or Cindy or Lucas or Jesse or Melissa or Katie or all the J Larkins comically that are coming in as J Larkin. And then they just went quiet. I don't even know what happened. I want you to go find them. I want you to pick up the phone and I want you to call them. What are you going to say? You guys ready? Who's ready? All right, it's going to go like this. Hey, David, Jeremy Larkin. Hey, man, you remember me, Realtor? I know, we're a dime a dozen. By the way, I always use humor in my prospecting. It helps. Hey, look, the reason for my call is it's December, and my coach told me I have to clean up my desk in my life. And so we talked like 8 months ago about you guys buying a home. What happened? That's it. Guys, we're always looking for this super awesome script. Just ask what happened. What happened is such a beautiful line because what it does is it invites people into dialogue with you. You're not following up, hey, I am cleaning up my piles. So you call David, you call Wendy, and you say, you call Debbie. Debbie, it's Jeremy Larkin. I don't even know if you remember, you probably wouldn't, but we talked about you doing the thing, buying a home, selling a home, and uh, what happened? And shame on me for not calling you before now. This is what I want you to do. This is your dig. This is your excavation of your life. Now, guys, what's the number one reason people don't do this? Can anyone throw in here in the chat? Anybody who can anybody who can tell me what some of the reasons in the chat are that people don't do this? I'm dying to know. We're afraid of, oh man, they went right to it. I love all the G Larkins. This is just too funny to me because we're afraid of the answers and they bought without us. That's called an already bought, already sold. Agents are scared, fear that they'll say so and so, rejection. It feels uncomfortable. It's annoying. I don't want to hear they bought without us. Embarrassed for not following up. Embarrassed for forgetting them. Don't want to pick up the phone. Admit you dropped the ball. Don't want to be a spammer. Oh my gosh, we need a whole master class on that, Lindsay. So, by the way, if you believe that what you're doing is worthwhile, then you're not a spammer. And but that's a whole separate conversation. But I'm really glad she said that. So these are all the reasons that we don't do this. But the problem is, it's remember our last step, which was the declutter and the delete and declutter. It's messing with your brain that you didn't. It's like that dream that you woke up from, and then the whole morning you're trying to, you can almost put your hands on it. You're like, I was having this weird dream, but I can't connect the dots. My dream is always that I'm back in math in college. Guys, I'm not joking. And it is terrifying. So, true story. So, this is what you're going to do. Will you just do this? Guys, will you just commit to do this? All right, let's keep going. Number 4, dial. Uh-oh. Crap. I was hoping this guy was just going to like give us a template. Some freebie. Look, dudes, here's the deal. Dialing could look like open houses. Dialing could look like knocking doors. Dialing could look like, for the Larkin group, last week, many of you saw we did a pie event right in the building I'm in. And we handed out 230 pies. And we had a lot of one-to-one interactions with our database. How cool is that? How often would you have 200 people in your world? One of my fine agents who's in this group, one of my agent partners, he and his wife, now I want to be cautious. I don't want to ruin anybody's beliefs about Santa. So I hope there's no one young on the call. So he and his wife are the best Santa and Mrs. Claus. And they're going to be playing Santa and Mrs. Claus this next Monday, a week from today. And we do cookies and cocoa with Santa and Mrs. Claus. Does everyone see the number I have on the board on the screen? You need to have 100 conversations. I think 200 is better. So our team's doing a little something fun called the December Momentum Crew, CREW, and there's an acronym. And one of the things we're doing is we're calling. and we committed to have 10 conversations a day for 21 days of December. I said, guys, you can take the other 10 days off, but if you'll have 10 conversations a day for 21 days, it's a good number. You'd have a great business. You can call expireds, FISBOs, sphere of influence. Does everyone know what I mean by just love them? Okay. Is everybody clear? Ooh, ooh, ooh. Just love them. Just love them means don't worry about like selling them real estate. Call and say, "Hey Debbie, it's Jeremy Larkin. Oh my gosh. How's your holiday? How was your Thanksgiving? Did you go away to wherever?" Hey, it's kind of like the Thanksgiving call. And you might even say this, "Hey, Debbie, I know that like very few people right now are talking real estate. It's December. Most of us are thinking about our shopping list. But I'm gearing up and getting ready for next year so I can help my clients. Hey, do you and Bob have any real estate plans in 2026? Just ask. You just ask. I know that we think this is crazy, but just ask. Okay. Open house is phenomenal. But Jeremy, nobody's out in the market. We already established people are out in the market, guys. Do you remember? Okay. Would you guys like me to address in the most unique way, and you're not going to see it coming, the we're holding off until January objection? Who says yes? Okay. I've got at least one. Barbara says, Barbara, thank you. Would you join my team? Bring your energy out here. Sometimes I want to beat these guys because they're not vocal enough. Do it. Okay. Guys, my real forte is I do two things in my coaching business. They're the same, but they're not. One is I teach what's called conversational selling. I named that. That's just what I call it, conversational selling. Two pillars. The other is I help real estate business, realtors become business owners. And so today we're talking about a little bit of both. So conversational sales training is what I do. And over time, if you want to talk, I can talk about some of the stuff that I do that way. So when you become really great on the phone, you start to understand what objections are and what they're not. How you're going to address that is this. I'm going to call Tyler, and Tyler's going to say, "Yeah, Jeremy, we're not really doing anything until January." I'm going to say, "You guys, you're never going to believe the genius of what I'm going to say." Ready? Oh, cool. Sounds good, man. Let's put something on the calendar for January. See, we try to resolve objections, which are actually more like conditions. An objection is like, "I don't like your commission," whatever. A condition is for a buyer could be, "I'm in a wheelchair. I have to be in an ADA compliant home." But do you realize that we're not ready to meet until January is almost a condition? And I'm going to tell you why. Yes, you could handle it. You could try and handle it. Cool. What's happening in January? And you'd follow it down and say, "Oh, awesome. I totally get it. People are really busy. What's happening in January? Oh, we just have a lot going on during the holidays." Yeah. So, I mean, if you could get your home sold, and I mean, if you had a buyer in the next 30 days, would that pose a problem? Well, it wouldn't pose a problem, but we do not want people looking at our home over the holidays. Guys, you have to read the room. Set the appointment for January. You honestly set 10 in December for January. And stop trying to like I said something somewhere, it's in a video, it's going to show up on Instagram. Do you think you're going to give somebody NARs, "Here's your 11 reasons you should list your home over Christmas"? You think someone's going to list their home because they got that dumb list? No. So be real, call and say, "Oh, cool, man. I didn't expect you to do anything this month anyway. Let's talk about your plans." Cool, let's pencil it into the calendar in January. I want you to have 100 conversations. Is everybody cool? Have 100 conversations this month. Guys, the reason I said 100 is because you can grab it. It's palpable. All right, deliver. Guys, I want everyone here at the end of this month, don't do it yet, to send a powerful one-to-many message. What am I referring to when I say one-to-many? Does anybody know what I'm talking about? The message they're going to send? There's a little platform that came out in 1995. I don't know. It's called email. And I am a massive emailer. Side note, my stuff's probably going to your promotions folder and you're going to miss out on some gold. So guys, because I teach conversational selling, I send story-based emails to my database. A story-based email goes like this. And this is actually a true email. I could probably show you this email. One day we have a rooftop kind of deck, and there's a little slot in the rungs in the railing, right? And our little tiny dog Theo went through the railing, and I walked out the front. I got home, and he was on the roof. Like I literally pulled up to my house, and my dog was on the roof, like standing looking at me. And the email, the subject line was, "Why is the dog on the roof?" So what happens is you can send these story-based emails, and this is how you build relationships. It's one to many. So the beauty of your email list is like I send emails to 8,000 people. Now I'm only getting 12 to 1,500 people opening on a regular basis. That's pretty normal in the industry. But I literally send emails once to twice a week to 8,000 people. It's one to many because when Steve and his wife are hanging out at 9:30 p.m. scrolling, you know how we all bond. We sit in our bed together and like scroll on our own phones. Terrible, but we do it. He's reading your email. And here are some of the topics that I want you to send. And I want you to send it right before January 1st or honestly on January 1. It's going to say this. This is a subject line. City, as in Tallahassee, New Year home value update. What really happened to the Tallahassee real estate market in 2025? Did Tallahassee home values rise or fall in 2025? The most and least expensive home sales in Tallahassee in 2025. What we're doing is we're sending something that people will want to open. Now, I recommend that people send these every single week until they buy or die, or you die. I hope that won't happen, right? So short, clear, high value. My very favorite email of the year is blank city New Year home value update. And it says, hey, everybody. Hey, Bob. Um, Lots of my clients over the holidays ask me what's going on with the real estate market. And the number one question they ask me is what's happening with home values. If you want to get a quick and dirty estimate of your home's value in the next 60 seconds, here's a link. And you put your home value page in. Now, you may say, what do you mean my home value page? Well, for instance, like on our website, we have a home value tab. Okay. So I would send them this gostgeorge.com/slash home value. And then we could put in any address in America, right? 12527. Sure enough. Yep, Fredericktown, Ohio. We had our guy in Columbus. So you get that as a lead. Okay. The secondary way you could do it, guys, is say, if you want something that's better than Zillow, just the automation that Zillow does, just reply and I'd be happy to send you a professional home equity report. Just reply and I'd be happy to send you a professional home equity report. Home, okay, equity, whoop, report. All right, okay, cool. So there you go. I want you to send this one email. Now, when we're done in just a few minutes, we don't have a lot of time. I'll actually show you. I actually wrote all of your emails for you for a year. I wrote 12 months of emails plus my my what do you want to call it? Most high impact, right? Greatest performing seller and buyer lead emails that I send to my database. And actually I sell them as a bundle. And the reason why is most agents won't actually take the time to send an email. They go, I know. And then they sign up for dumb newsletters and no one wants a newsletter. So I'll share this with you a little bit later. Okay. By the way, that is literally the view from the side of me in my office right there. So there you go. Okay. Is everybody cool? You're going to deliver a powerful email. Who's ready for the bonus? Here goes the bonus step 6. Whew. Yes, Bruce, I will send you oh, you know what I could do also? Let me just help you guys out. Bonus me. I love it. Okay. I'm going to put these links in here right now, but we'll put them in here later. Kai, will you put those in at the end when it's time again? Okay. So let's go back here for a minute. Number 6 is decide. Okay. Number 6 is decide. So you have to decide who you're going to be in 2026 and start acting like that person now. Well, what does that look like? Okay. So it looks like this. So there are mindset principles and there are identity questions. Guys, I don't think you understand how much your identity is affecting your success. So we have identities like I'm always late. I keep a messy pile in my room. I'm disorganized is an identity. I'm not a great salesperson. We project identities. People don't like salespeople. People don't like to be spammed. They don't like to be spammed, but we project kind of our inner world. So there are some mindset principles and identity questions. Let me walk you through the identity questions first. They're on the right. Who do I need to be? Like if I want to sell 30 homes this year, this is the year. I said the last 5 years it was this year. Who do I need to be? Somebody bought the emails. Love it. Thank you. You just bought. Here's the funny part. My son and I went to Chipotle the other day. He's 20, and we got this huge meal, and we doubled the meat on both our things. And we got chips and queso, no drinks. It was $43. Pinarelli bought him. This is my guy. I love this guy. Guys, $43. For 59 bucks, I just wrote your entire year of emails for you. And by the way, I'm not personally sending those because I story based my own, but I wrote them to work in any city in America. So it makes me laugh that it's that cheap. Okay. Who do I need to be if I'm going to sell this many homes? What identities do I need to shed? What do I need to stop doing? What do I need to start doing? What should I do more of? What should I do less of? Okay, these are identity questions. Now, I want you to see something. Identity first, behavior second, results last. Okay, so this is what we call be, do, have. So if you wanted to write something down today, it's going to be really impactful. I want you to write down what's on the screen right there. Identity first, behavior second, results last. So guys, when I'm having a I don't want to pick up the phone moment, by the way, I have to. I get to make 10 conversations today because I committed to my team. I'm going to do the challenge with them, our Momentum Crew challenge. I haven't made any conversations today. So, and I don't even want to know what's on my phone that's on do not disturb right now. When I'm having that moment and I don't want to pick up the phone, I will say to myself, okay, who is it you want to be, brother? Jeremy, you and Jen is my wife, you and Jen are committed to having a mountain ranch in the northern side of Utah. We live in 2 cities actually. She lives in northern Utah and I live in southern Utah. It's a true story. It's very interesting. Second marriage. You want to have a mountain ranch called it's like a sanctuary kind of place where people can gather. So I have to check in. See, what we do, guys, is we try to beat ourselves with motivation. Like, just make the calls. Guys, Goggins is fun to watch, David Goggins, but that's not really that inspirational. You're having an identity problem. You're forgetting in the moment you don't want to lead generate or do the thing, who it is you want to be. Who am I becoming? Who am I becoming? Who would I like to become? Okay, identity first, behavior second, results last. Those are the identity questions. And then the mindset principles, these are 4 concepts that I teach. One is win your morning, win your day. Win December, win January. The other is ask big questions, get big answers. Would you guys like an example of that, what that means? You sell 12 homes this year and say you go, I want to sell 20 next year. It's an incremental increase. Here's a big question. I wonder what it would take to sell 100. That's a big question. And what it does is it gives you a big answer. It causes you to rethink the whole proposition. Slow down to speed up. Remember what we said about December? That clutter kills capacity. Clutter also kills creativity. So you slow down a little bit in December. We're just helping you not stop. And the last one is rocket launch momentum. Do you guys know when half of the fuel is used in a rocket, like in a shuttle when it takes off? Getting off the launch pad. So one of the things that you have to remember is it's going to require a lot more energy on the front end of your business plan and your goals as it will 6 to 12 months into getting some momentum. And a lot of people never put enough energy into the first part, and the rocket goes up and goes, and it crashes. Actually, one rocket did crash. We know that story. I was in elementary school when the Challenger rocket. Side note, this is kind of fun. Side note, in the email bundle, there's actually an email about NASA's launch window. It's a pretty clever email. Okay, guys, breakthroughs are not born from certainty. They're born from unreasonable goals, urgent timelines, and emotionally compelling reasons why. Let me tell you why this is even happening, this finish strong. And if you guys want to get this, join our group for literally, and if you're on this call and you already paid for it, guys, I want you to actually witness this on Zoom. I have people who paid 4 times what I'm going to offer it at today. I'm going to rebate them the difference if they're on this call today. I already told them I would, okay? The reason this is happening, you see this landing page? Hey, if I'm honest, December always sneaks up on me. Sneaks up on all of us. You're right, and I got tired of starting at zero, is because a month ago I told myself agents need what I'm offering in this program, and they need it in December, and they need a coach, and they need a group to go through it. And when I did so, I said, crap, I'll have to write the curriculum by December 2nd if I'm going to do it. So I went online and I told the whole world that I would make this. Okay. People walk away with a simple plan they'll actually follow. A revived database, a seller lead gen email that's produced a lot of seller leads for me. The exact language patterns I use to convert conversations into clients, a January pipeline, a community so you're not on your own, and an emerging new identity. Here's the point. I had to set an urgent timeline. I'm not even selling any at this point, guys. I want you to go back to this quote from Tony Robbins. The Science of Scaling is my favorite book right now in the world. Is it in here? It's in my car. Do I have a copy so you can see it? We are rethinking our goals at the Larkin Group this year. Like, I think we've been way too bashful in our goals. You have to have unreasonable goals and urgent timelines. So here's the thing. If you say, I'll get around to lead generating, I'll get around to emailing my database. Guys, you will get around to it maybe someday. If you say, on January 1st, I'm doing the thing. I'm sending the home valuation email. I'm going to send 12 emails this year and Jeremy's buyer lead generator in my database every single week for 52 weeks. So I'm going to literally send 52 emails to my database plus 12 more that are like other ideas. You set a date. If you say that I'm going to clean up my desk on December 27th from 1 to 4 p.m. and you put it in your calendar, you're a lot more likely to do it. Does this make sense? Everybody give me a nod. So I recommend this book. I want to know really quick if you guys have any questions that you want to put in the chat. Thank you, Rachel. And I want to answer them. Just brief. And then I'm going to give you a code to get into Finish Strong for like a ridiculous price. Okay. So if you have any burning questions, I want to go back and we're gonna recap. Okay. While we're putting questions in here. Here are your 60s. Document, declutter, dig. Document what happened last year so you can make a business plan. Declutter your entire life. Dig into your database for all of your missed opportunities and just swallow the bitter pill when you find out they bought without you. Okay. Dial. I want you to talk to 100 people in the month of December. And deliver a one-to-many message. By the way, you saw on that email page that I showed you, I believe in direct mail as well. So you can actually take the same email, print it into a letter, and send it to your entire list. I love direct mail and I love letters. Okay. And then the last bonus, what is it, guys? The bonus is decide who you are going to be. Because if you don't, Okay. I'm going to give you a couple mindset books, Bruce. So I don't know what's in here. You're a badass at making money. Hilarious, right? Okay. Uh, is amazing. It's silly. There's also a book called You're a Badass. They're not what you sound like. It's not David Goggins yelling at you at all. These are some fantastic books. The Science of Scaling, I like. It's different than a mindset book because what it does is it calls you to ask those big questions, ask bigger questions and get bigger answers. It's phenomenal. I love it. So I'm throwing that in here. Okay. Um, there are quite a few books that I love and recommend. Um, I think, I think realtors are crazy people and we need a lot of help with our mindset. And notice I didn't even get into like a whole mindset training today. That's not, that's not what we're doing. Um, there's a book called The Energy Bus that's fantastic. Um, so, there's a lot. Other questions, guys, and I'm gonna give you guys we'll give you the deal. Okay. Um, I'm thinking of any other books. Oh, Psychology of More Money, Morgan Housel. Oh my gosh, guys. How do you spell psychology? Okay. Psychology of Money, by Morgan. It's Housel. Ninja Selling is a book I recommend. It's real estate specific, but you could, and the last one is Selling in a Crisis. Jeb Blunt. Yeah. Okay. Selling in a Crisis is so good. So I like it. Okay. So guys, let me talk to you about this for just a minute. So um, this has been fun. Has everybody got, just for fun, has everybody got like, give me a nod or a thumbs up? Guys, what's one takeaway so far from the call? And we're going to wrap up and give you this code to join our group if you want to join. Throw in the chat a takeaway. One takeaway. What was one thing that you said, oh, okay, okay, yeah, man, like that's what I needed. I want to see it. Time, okay, tangible. There goes the police. 100 contacts in the month, tangible. Time to declutter my CRM. Love the dig, Katie. You got to dig. Clean up the desk. Number 6, Kimberly, it's why it's the most important. I have an email coming out. You guys, if I had time, I'd have you flag your inbox so you get my emails from my high impact realtor email address. If you want to, I'll put it in here. You should flag um, your thing because I send a lot of gold out via email, a ton of gold. Clean up the life, clean out. But if you flag that email address I put in the chat as not spam, get a CRM, clean up the life and mindset, find a new CRM, swallow the bitter pill. 4 and 6 ready to implement. Love it. Love it. Decide who you want to be. The first 3 Ds. Guys, isn't this fun? So I just look, here's what I want you to know. Real estate is the hardest, easy business on the planet. Like, I don't know what to tell you, but it is the hardest, easy business on the planet. It is like I don't even know how to describe it. Everything about it should be simple. And the problem is there are 2 rules. It's the hardest easy business on the planet, and um, it is the loneliest people business. Okay, so just remember that. Like this is real. And when you're going, man, this feels lonely out there, and I don't know what to say and what to do and who do I call, and you go to your brokerage and you're sitting there alone in a cubicle going, holy crap, like I thought I was going to make 100 grand a year. You ain't alone, guys. Do you understand this? You're not alone. I need you to know this. You're not alone. So here's what I want to give you. All right. Um, I want to give you this. Okay. Let's give you a discount if you're on here today. Okay. And I'm going to honor what I